Okay, I haven't done one of these in a while. So I took a very, very quick break from building my MMMT theme because I've actually, I won't say I've run out of ideas, but I don't want to start anything new yet. So I took a quick break to wash some of the pieces I've acquired and used lots over the past, well, not in the past couple weeks because of everything's in lockdown. Except I saw something on Facebook Marketplace today, and I texted the guy, and I asked him if it was still available, and he said yes. And so I showed up at his place, and this is what he had over here on this side. So these two instructions were in the picture, 6985, which of course if you see my previous videos, I have a few of, but the instructions are pretty much mint. They're a little frayed, but these will go for a pretty penny. And 910, always a cool set because it was just eclectic, and you can build a lot of different things from my childhood. So we'll discuss that one first. So this was in the lot, including that base plate way over there. So I washed that when I got it home tonight, and I was surprised to discover not as much space as I wanted there to be, but other than that, some really, really cool. So there's these hulls, which I have a few of, and I got a few more now, but there's this color, which I never had before. And I'm sure these were the good guys. These are the pirates. And these were the good guys. So I actually have both halves here for the hull. Some really good, unique old pieces, which I always like, but also Hogwarts Express is in here. I saw the pieces for that. So it was an elderly gentleman, not too old, but he said that his grandkids had stopped playing with it. So he put it up on Marketplace. The rest of the R2-D2s in here, I saw them. So there were some minifigs, but a lot of nicer old pieces, slopes that I always wanted. These guys, which are always cool. So this will be sort of some broken pieces, but that happens in every used lot that you get off of buy and sell that I find. There is some Mega Block in here, not as much as I've seen before. Some really cool blue pieces that I always need because I always seem to run out. This guy, always cool. So I'm so happy I got it. And, oh, I don't want to find them right now because they're somewhere lost near. Old armless, feetless minifigs. So pre-minifigs. There's a bunch of them. So I'm happy about that. So this will be sorted into the collection. I'll take all the rusted pieces, put them in the box of doom, the pit of despair. I don't have too many 6-wide old yellow windows. So this is, I saw this when I was cleaning. There's some red ones. This was sad. That was just sad. But there's a couple good ones in here too. So, but this one, I think it came in the 910, probably not. Yeah, it did. So this came in 910. So there was 2 or 3 of them in here. Happy I got it still. Some really unique old pieces that I have very few of to this day. Overall, so let's see, this is one minifig, pre-minifig. Overall, reasonably well maintained. I've seen worse, like the last lot that I was talking about with the dirt and filth and ick was there. This one, not as hardly any dirt and ick. No hair, no gunk, no ick. So it was, but I still washed it because everything that's used gets washed before I bring it into my collection. That's the way it is. Oh, and this hockey player, which I didn't bother taking apart when I was washing them. You know, these were cool for a minute. Not my favorite thing that Lego ever did, but the sports, yeah, sure. Why not? This should be working. It's not working. I'll figure it out later. Oh, there he is. So enough about that guy. So let's go over to this. This is my second wash tonight. A little more extensive. And this is kind of a mixed. So what happened was months ago, probably earlier in the year, probably, or even last year, late last year, when we were going to Value Village a lot. There was bags hanging up the wall sometimes, and I would grab them. And lots of Friends, surprisingly, lots of Friends sets. So you can see all these Friends colors, the tans and the beiges and the light greens. So lots of Friends colors in here, and even probably Disney Friends. And I got some. I didn't bother buying them all, but I bought the bags that had cool pieces in it, like this guy. And I said, okay, I could always use more of those. So whatever else came in the set or in the bag, I grabbed. The other thing that was hanging up on one wall one time was very surprising. So if you know what this is, and of course I just washed it, so it did come apart. Lego Dimensions hanging on the wall for $9.99, and it was a full bag of not only this and where is it? Can't find it now. The little shields and stuff, but also the tags and like a dozen tags, including named ones. Again, Wild Style, Gandalf, and Batman, but other gamer others. So there's that. Of course, I didn't watch those. The tags went right into my Lego Dimensions box. So, and I might sort them out later because now I have duplicates. And of course, we don't have a game machine to play Dimensions anymore because we were playing it on the Xbox 360 that we had, but we've replaced that now with a PS4 for Josh. So we actually don't have Dimensions on the PS4. The other thing, so not only bags of Friends and miscellaneous pieces that I got from Value Village, because again, Sandy and I leave lots of bags on the wall now because I keep on saying this. I have enough Lego. I have enough random Lego. I want specific pieces now, so I keep on looking for specific pieces and buying a Dimension set, sure, because there's lots of cool pieces in here that I haven't gotten. I'm sure other people have acquired them elsewhere, but I haven't gotten them, like these little A-frames or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that's why I buy bags off the wall that I'm interested in. If I see this in a bag, I'm gonna buy it, right? Because it's kind of cool. It's a one-off. There's this guy, you know. But the other thing that was, and again, when I bring the bags home, I sort them out into this empty bin now, into this bin here, and I just wait till I'm gonna do a big wash. And of course, I was already washing those, so I grabbed this bin from the basement and washed these tonight too. But the other important thing that was in this bin was our trips to the Brick Shack in Grimsby, Ontario. And of course, I mentioned it before in other videos, but the Brick Shack has what he calls the Brick Bar, which is, to me, one of the coolest things ever. It's not like a pick-a-brick. It's just a big, huge, open sandbox, basically. A box that's, you know, about a foot tall. And about, you know, maybe 4 square feet, full of random bricks. Whenever he buys used lots, he just dumps the random bricks into the Brick Bar, and you can buy, you sort through there to your leisure. There's always 5 or 6 people picking through the Brick Bar. He's got 2 different boxes set up full of random Lego pieces, and you just run through. Oh, that's a cool piece. And then you put it in your bag, and then basically it's a pick-a-brick cup. And if you fill up a pick-a-brick cup, I think it's $15. Remember correctly? And again, don't quote me on the price. Yes, again, I don't know prices, but I can't remember. But so when I'm there and I'm looking through the Brick Bar, I'm looking for specific pieces. I'm not looking just to fill up a random pick-a-brick cup full of random pieces, because then it's more sorting for me. That I don't want to do. So when I'm there, I grab specific pieces. Again, the aforementioned this guy, but I got that from Value Village. But I will find that. If I find pieces like this, I'll put them in here. But specifically from the Brick Bar, I got that guy, and I got this guy, and I got this guy. Again, this is a standard plate, 6x16, I think it is, but just by looking at it. Got this guy, the garage piece. And this is where I found, and I think there are some pieces in here. This is where I found basically half the droid development kit for R2-D2. There's one panel way over there. And I can probably build half of them out of the pieces in here. So I kept on going to the Brick Bar, finding pieces from R2-D2. Again, white. What I also grabbed from the Brick Bar, and people look at me askew, is if I find Technic bricks. Now, I do have lots of Technic bricks. Like, I won't pick ones in black because I have more black Technic bricks than any other color. But when it comes to yellow and white, I don't have a lot. So if I see not a 1x2 or 1x4, because I got tons of those, And I even got in these lots, so I didn't grab that one out of the brick bar. But if I anything above 1x6 or 1x8, I'm gonna grab from the brick bar, and especially if it's white and yellow, and even blue, because blue, of course, I've run out of because I kept on making those go-karts. So I grabbed that from the brick bar. The other thing that Jamie has at the Brick Shack is baggies of cool bricks that he acquires and he sorts out. And so I can't remember if it was 2 or 4, but he had like these things on for $2, like a bag of these on for $2. And yes, $2 is quote unquote a lot of money for 4 pieces or whatever he had in there. But you know, you pay $6 and you get, I think I haven't pulled them all out here, but I think I have 12 of them in here now, 12 or 16 of these guys, because I might build Ice Planet again. I don't know, but they're cool pieces to have. And the other thing I found in there, oh sorry, in the brick bar, this. So if you look closely, you can find really cool old pieces. And I found a couple wings. Found this wing in the brick bar. Found this wing in the brick bar. So he doesn't just have new pieces like this, and I would grab any of these every time I see them in the brick bar. I keep on grabbing them because I might make a big, huge circle. You know, I like making my circles for my space stations. So these are really cool to have. And I grabbed tan. Most of this comes from the friends from finding them at Value Village, but I will grab tan pieces because I do not have a lot of tan pieces. I actually have very, very little in the tan piece department. So I decided to share that with you. Again, if I found this in the brick bar, I did. So look at that, old gray radar dish. Of course I'm going to buy that in the brick bar. Anything to fill up the pick-a-brick cup. But I always seem to go to the cashier with my pick-a-brick cup, half full or whatever. I even tried to fill up with these tires. And I already have a million of these tires. But I did find lots of thrusters, and I think that was from previous lots too, so they're already sorted into my collection. So now that this stuff's washed, both these are washed, and again, sorry, I'm gonna go back a bit. Thank you, Jamie, for the brick bar. It is so cool, and I absolutely adore it. And I do keep on grabbing, you know, pieces that I might want to have. So I grabbed that out of the brick bar. I grabbed this out of the brick bar. I grabbed these out of the brick bar because, again, yes, these are old, and oh, this one's pretty dirty, actually. It doesn't matter. But I use these, so why not? I remember grabbing them, and so it's a really cool thing to be able to do. Now, of course, you can't do it today because everything's locked down. But he just posted a video either today or yesterday. He added like 120 more pounds of brick to the brick bar. So when he opens up again, of course I'm going to go back and grab unique pieces like this. I want pieces like that, right? Because I could use that for something at some point. So I don't want to overload my room. And again, overflow is going to be taken out of my room and sold. That's the idea. And trying to keep my room down to a dull roar of, you know, stuff on the floor. But in the end, I do not want this hobby to take over my life. Again, that's Jamie's brick bar. And yes, it's a I won't say ubiquitous piece, but it's a piece that comes in a lot. But I don't have many, and he had it there. The other one, because I never got into the sets that came out just a few years back with this guy. If I see a piece that I don't own, I'm going to put it in my pick-a-brick cup. Even if I never ever use it. Now I have this piece. I never had this piece before. I never bought any of those sets that came with this piece. I wasn't that interested in buying sets, but I'll grab the piece. That's about it. I think I've talked enough already. 14 minutes. If you have the means, and if you're in the area, Grimsby, just get off at Christie. He's right on Main Street there in downtown Grimsby. Not Main. I don't think it's called Main anymore. It's not, but it's the old fire hall at the east end of town center. So if you turn from Christie onto, I guess it's Main Street, and just go down to the fire stations on the left-hand side. There's parking around back. And don't tell him I sent you, because he doesn't know me from anybody. But I really love going there, and I really love picking through the brick bar, as well as seeing whatever he's put into packets. And he's got just tons of stuff in packets, stuff that you would find on the pick a brick wall at any regular Lego store, but other cool stuff too. Like, you can't get these anymore, right? So this is not a pick a brick wall item, but he had baggies of these on the wall for $2. And again, I won't remember how many came in a baggie, but I bought $10 worth, and I have at least $10 worth, and I have lots of them now, just to increase my collection, because that's classic space-ish Ice Planet 2002, and I will be able to use those anywhere in any of my builds. So thank you, Jamie. Thank you for opening up that shop. Thank you for replenishing the supplies. He's always looking out for more lots to buy off of people. He had a huge classic space lot that he just put up for sale in his store. I didn't bother trying to buy any of them because I have lots of classic space. And then I heard, like, within a day or two, most of it was gone anyway. So it wouldn't matter to me. But for other people who do not have classic space, and his prices are exceptionally reasonable, considering the aftermarket conflation of pricing for old Lego sets. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he does the Bricklink average. I don't know, but he always has old sets on for reasonable prices. I think reasonable. Your mileage may vary, but I think they're perfectly reasonable. I'm not buying them because I already own them. I'm buying parts and pieces from him that I do not have or that I want more of. I keep on finding these things in his brick bar, and I think I've bought like 24 of these over the past 2 years from the brick bar, because every time I see one, I grab them, because they do come in handy. I actually bought some windows and doors from the brick bar too, because I can get Jealous Panda to give me new glass for these and make them trans-yellow. And the 6 tall windows really better than the 5s in some instances. I think I've talked enough. I'm going to, this is also from the brick bar. Just, I know I got lots of 6x8s. But, you know, every time I do a big build in my space layout, I always seem to run out of them. So, anyway, I think that's enough. I'm going to let the stuff dry, and then I'm going to sort it into the collection, and that's 2 more boxes off my floor. So that's the important thing to me too right now, getting more stuff off my floor. And as soon as this crisis is over, I'm going to look at trying to figure out how to sell some of my stuff. That's it. That's all. I will talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Take care. And I'm out.